Cool. Wait, these are from when I played, like... So, I played this game on Steam back in, like, 2009. When I had my first computer, so it's been 11 years since I last played this. And I didn't even beat the game. As you can see, apparently I've only gotten 12 of the 63 cutscenes. So we'll see how this goes. But let's get started. We're gonna do a Jedi Counselor. Custom character. I'm gonna go with my usual portrait. Attributes, Star Wars D&D. I play balanced. I don't min-max. Too much, that is. Okay, let's get some 12s added here. I think I want to go with that. I think I'm going to do that. We will be using Force Lightning a lot, even though I'm going to be a good Jedi. Force Lightning, I just love it as a spell, even if I'm not necessarily going to be using it as intended. Okay. What does it recommend for a counselor? -2 intelligence and up to dexterity. Why does it want me to do that? Also, I'll be lowering the game just a little bit. Here, I'm gonna put everything back to normal. I want to see if it like min-maxes or if it just sticks with the balance on its own. No, it's what it wants. So it thinks counselors need more dexterity than they do intelligence. Well, if we're gonna play that way, I'll just put 1 and 1 and split it equally. Because when we get 4th level, I can then upgrade either one to what they want, and then the next level after. Okay. Skills. Max out those two. So that gives me 12. So the extra skill point doesn't really come into play. I think I'm gonna go with these two. 1 point stealth, 1 point security. even though they're cross-class. Just because in order to use stealth in D&D, you have to have a point in it. And in order to use pick a lock, you have to have a point in security. So if that doesn't change my skill points at all, we will go back. Oh, it does prevent me from having 4 skill points. Fine game, fine. Okay, so I get armor proficiency light, crit strike, flurry, power attack, power blast. What do we want to grab? Toughness probably is the best one to grab. Okay, we'll be grabbing that later. Dual strike. What do we want to grab? Conditioning. Yeah, we're just gonna toughness it out. Because that's gonna help my low HP at the beginning of the game. Our name is Vel Darkwater, like always. Hit play. Alright, now let's make sure it loads your cutscene. And it works! It works! Alright, we will be doing the tutorial to relearn the game.
Hyperdrive offline. Multiple hull breaches detected.
Right, the graphics for this are really good. They've aged well.
The Ebon Hawk is adrift in space after a terrible battle. Most of its crew are dead or dying. You lie in the medical room in critical condition. You won't survive long without medical attention.
His eyes are open and it looks creepy as hell.
Main power must be restored in order to bring the engines online and dock with the nearby Paragus mining station for much-needed repairs. Your fate and that of the Ebon Hawk depend upon T3M4, a lone astromech droid. Return to this location at any time to skip the prologue.
We're gonna play the prologue.
Press WASD to move T3M4, then turn. Press caps lock to toggle first-person free look. Hold control.
I didn't even know this was a thing. Okay, so sound, we are going to turn everything down just a bit because we want to hear the voices more. Sound effects can go down lower, and movie volume will keep the same. I need to flip the mouse look. There we go.
This is the galaxy map. It shows you are near Paragus, a mining colony. When the hyperdrive is fixed, you can use the galaxy map to
1 second, I am moving my web. Ooh. Let me crop my webcam a bit so we can move me further to the left because it's putting a lot of text over there. Yep.
This is the galaxy map. It shows you are near Paragus, a mining colony. When the hyperdrive is fixed, you can use the galaxy map to choose a destination planet.
Alright.
You have new quests.
Prologue. Save the Ebon Hawk. The Ebon Hawk is heavily damaged and adrift in a dangerous asteroid field. Find the hyperdrive and fix it to restore primary power so that you can dock with the Paragus mining station for repairs. Prologue. Heal Vel Darkwater. Bonus mission. Vel Darkwater is lying in the med bay in critical condition. You can use a med pack to stabilize its vitals. To fully revive Vel will require the medical facilities at Paragus mining station.
Do your quest. Open the container. This room contains a glass seal cylinder and
Yeah, this is why we're turning the sound effects way down. Just because they overpower voices 1,000-fold.
the communications console. To target one of these objects, move close to it, left-click on it, or press Q or E to cycle through available targets. To interact with an object, first target it, and then left-click on it.
Peter's
You will come across many containers, some of which will be locked. The computer spike you just picked up can be used at computer terminals to access functions, such as opening doors. Beyond this door is the main hold of the Ebon Hawk. This door appears to be locked down due to a hull breach. This door is sealed shut and cannot be opened from the outside.
Okay.
This old woman appears to be dead. There is a key card on the body that looks like it opens a locker somewhere. Your security skill is too low to open this footlocker. However, you can use your weapon to bash it open. Click on the bash icon or press 1.
I have no spikes. It's 2. Okay. So where are we? It's the galaxy map. So we want to head right and left? Yes.
This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened. If you need help exploring this lift will take you to the outer hull of the Ebon Hawk, where you will find many parts and mines to use for accessing and repairing the hyperdrive. Use the lift controls to go up.
Hey Creepypasta Queen, welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having yourself a great night so far.
This is the garage. There is a hull breach in the area beyond this door. Safety protocols prevent you from opening it manually. Try using the security computer in the main hold. This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened.
That is good to
This
hear.
is the cargo hold. Sensor droids emerged from this box when you opened it.
Right. Last time I
Droids
played
will
this
make
was
for
11
excellent
years ago.
target practice. Use the weapon from this container to attack the droids. You can equip.
Hey, we have a field.
Weapon from the equip screen. To open the equip screen, click on the blaster. Change your target by pressing Q or E, or left click on the object you want to target.
Yeah, last time I played this was
Open
2009.
the metal box again, and more. Talking to other characters is much like using the computer console in the cockpit. Scroll through your response options or move the mouse cursor, and then click to select a response. Furthermore, certain skills, powers, and attributes may modify what choices you have, or how successful you are with those choices.
Okay, he looks broken, so we probably need something to help him out.
The lock on this container is too difficult to open. You'll need to use a security tunneler to help open the lock. If you encounter a difficult lock on a container or door, you can use a security tunneler on it to improve your chance of opening the lock. Use the security tunneler to open the high security cylinder nearby. Use
Impact armor? At least I remember most of the controls from 1. I thought 2 was on phone. Because I know I have the first one on my phone. Oh. Only 1 is on the phone. Interesting. Okay, yeah. The second one was rushed a bit early, so there are some natural flaws with this game.
Top right area of the screen, or press U.
Okay, we're gonna talk.
3CFD is malfunctioning. You can fix him by using a part. Luckily, you have already found one. If you repair 3CFD, he can join your party and assist you in repairing the ship. Success! You have fixed 3CFD. Now he will join your party. CFD is now a member of your party. To change which party member you control, click on the portrait or press tab. Later, when you have more companions, you can add and remove party members. This is the engine room. This door is damaged and cannot...
Alright, what does he have equipped? Just a field survival pistol? Okay. What are his skills? Computer use, demolitions, awareness, repair, security. So our droid's better at repair? +6. +6. Okay.
While some doors can be bashed open or cut open with a lightsaber or cutting, this is the medical room.
Yeah, I'm hoping they do.
You have found med packs. You can use one to stabilize the condition of the human lying on the bed. The med pack can stabilize. Success! You are stabilized. To recover fully, you will require the medical facilities at the Paragus mining station, but you are not in any danger of dying from your wounds right now.
Cool, got 100 EXP. Can we use one on her?
Hold.
No.
This is the... You can use this lift to take you to the out...
Alright, let's go outside of the Ebon Hawk and continue onward. This is actually kind of cool. Just sitting in an asteroid field. So... we're looking for parts to repair the hyperdrive. I believe... yes, she is.
This is the starboard side of the Ebon Hawk. This open hatch has some parts that will be useful for getting main power restored. This busted engine port has some needed parts for the Ebon Hawk's hyperdrive. This busted engine port has some needed parts for the Ebon Hawk's hyperdrive. Take the parts here back down below to get main power restored. These exposed wires control the door to the starboard dormitory. The door is currently sealed, but you can override it from here. Success!
I think they give us more than enough parts to like open the entire ship up. And if I remember right, when I first played like 11 years ago, there's actually a room that stays sealed if you don't repair it during this scene.
The other side. This is the port side. The bubbles ahead indicate mines that you've detected automatically with your awareness skill. Some
Thank you for the
mines
follow,
require
Creepypasta.
higher awareness to detect. Approach mines carefully. They will blow up and damage you if you get too close. You can use your demolition skill to either disable or recover. Recovering mines requires a higher demolition.
Proton missile.
You can use the explosive device in this missile to blow open the engine room door inside the Ebon Hawk. This will give you access.
I love how there's a non-exploded proton missile just stuck in the side of the Ebon Hawk. Like, that's not terrifying. quad lasers? How do I get down there? Just don't run over mine, whatever you do. Going to bed, hun? You have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Sleep well.
This is one of the Ebonhawk's quad laser turrets. They are damaged, but you can scavenge some parts from it to use in repairing the Ebonhawk. You can use this lift to take you...
Oh, we want to stay. Wasn't there another entrance from in here?
This is the starboard side of the Ebonhawk.
Already gathered everything from there. Or was it another quad laser?
You have already opened the door to the starboard dormitory. You can get to it through the garage
Maybe I have to
inside
do
the
there,
Ebonhawk.
yeah. Alright.
You can use this lift.
Let's go back inside. Right. And so I open the starboard dormitory, which should be over here.
This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot...
No, that's right over here. It's the opposite side of the ship. I'm blind.
This is the main hold. This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened. This is the garage. To access the area beyond this door, you will have to use solo mode. Default. Click the solo mode button at the bottom right area of the screen. While in solo mode, move 3CFD to the security computer.
I don't have enough computer spikes, I don't think.
There is nothing more you can... This is the main hold.
Yeah, it's been a very long time for me as well. Is there like a spike in here or something that I need? Yeah.
Sometimes bashing or blowing open a container will break some of the items in the container.
Close outer garage, open inner garage. Alright, then we're gonna log out.
This is a workbench. With a workbench, you can break down objects in your inventory into components. You can then use the components to create repair kits, weapons, armor, and upgrades. Because of the damage to the Ebonhawk, this workbench has limited functionality. Use the workbench to break...
So... Alright, we are back up and running.
These sparking wires connect to the trigger mechanism for the inner and outer door. Do you want to... Door? Oh, do you want to do anything?
Oh, this thing is destroyed.
This blast door is magnetic. When the Ebon Hawk has landed, this is where you will go to exit the ship. This is the starboard dormitory.
Parts. Droid
You found a
flamethrower.
droid flamethrower. This is one of the special weapons that droids can use. To equip it, open the equip screen by clicking on the blaster icon in the top right area of the screen. This is the garage. The sparking door. Do you want to do any? This is the engine room. This is the engine room. The port engine is shut down, but appears intact. Fixing the hyperdrive will... The starboard engine is badly damaged. Fixing it won't be possible. The hyperdrive is suffering badly. You won't be able to make the jump to light speed until it is fully repaired, and you do not have the needed equipment here on the Ebon Hawk.
I think a lot of them are in
However,
this one too.
You should be able to rig the hyperdrive to restore primary power and bring the port engine online. This will allow you to dock with the Paragus mining. Success. Only once.
All right. I've never finished the first one either. I thought there was a way to get to the port dormitory.
This blast door is magnetically sealed and cannot be opened.
I could be wrong
This is the
too.
main hold.
Alright.
This
In case of a crash or anything, let's go ahead and save. There's cloud saving as an option now? Hell yes.
is the cockpit. You can now plot a course to the Paragus mining
Carthage,
station.
cool.
To dock with Paragus, left-click on the Paragus planet to select it, and then left-click on the travel button.
Let's travel to Paragus. Or Paragus. So, but yeah, I figured out how to get it to capture the cutscenes and not skip them, because the biggest issue with the PC version of this, or with this game in general, is capture software has a hard time capturing the actual FMV cutscenes. Or the animated cutscenes they do here. Because the game loads up its own little movie player, and so
The
it's not
sensors
actually
show
tied
the door
to the game.
The storage compartment is being sliced. There is someone, or something, else alive on the Ebon Hawk.
It's a protocol droid. Or, I guess an assassin droid is more accurate. You have a wonderful night. Thanks for tuning in. Or day if it's daytime for you.
Awaken.
Recent history. You've awakened in a medical bay in an unknown facility. The last thing you remember is being a passenger on the Republic capital ship, the Harbinger. You should find out where you are and how you got here. This is a Kolto tank you emerged from. Do you wish to heal yourself? We're good for now. Immersion in cold flow tanks can heal wounds. If you have lost vitality points during your explorations, return here to the medbay. Chemical cost? I don't have anything that can be broken down. Cool, we got chemicals and med packs. Accessing medical logs.
Still examining the survivors of the damaged freighter. Looks like it goes by the name of the Ebon Hawk. Only one survivor, placed in the Kolto tank for recovery. The carbon scoring on the vessel suggests it was in a battle, but no indication of who fired on it. Couldn't get much from the Nava computer. I'm surprised the ship was able to make it inside the Paragus asteroid field without the asteroid drift charts. Aside from the lone survivor, we recovered an old woman. No life signs. There was also a protocol droid and a utility droid on board. Sent both down to maintenance while security sorts through the other items on the ship. It looks like the utility droid, a T3 unit, was able to get the ship working enough to get to the colony. We're prepared to... Could be a Jedi, but we won't know for sure until we get the transmission back from the Republic. If the survivor is a Jedi, that would account for the recovery rate. But I'm more concerned that a Jedi here may cause trouble. Some of the miners, especially Corta, are already Another accident today. A detonation in the ventilation tunnels. If the lockdown measures hadn't activated, the whole facility would have been destroyed. Got most of the injured to the Kolto tanks in time, but the rest had to go to the morgue. One of the wounded said a droid caused the accident, but we couldn't get any specifics. Minors about the Jedi. A number of the droids have been acting oddly, and not even memory wipes seem to be fixing the problem. There was a detonation in another one of the fuel vents the droids were working in. We deactivated several of them, and moved them down to maintenance. But we're still treating the plasma burns. That cuts us down to almost half shifts, and with the droids malfunctioning, we may not make the Telos shipment for this month. Fortunately, the detonation didn't cause a lockdown.
Warning. There has been a fuel detonation in the mining tunnels. Emergency lockdown commencing. All personnel report to quarters and prepare for emergency venting countermeasures.
No! If the ventilation systems are malfunctioning, evacuate the medical bay! Everyone evacuate!
Wow. So, once we showed up, it looks like this mining facility started to have issues. Kolto Tank 1 deceased, Kolto Tank 2 deceased, Kolto Tank 3 recovered, which is us, Kolto Tank 4 deceased, and Kolto Tank 5 is deceased. All subjects being treated for severe plasma burns. Last treatment requested resulted in death for all subjects except 3, who was reduced to minimum life signs. A lethal dose of sedatives was administered to all tanks, including number 3. There is no record of who ordered the treatment. I don't have any computer spikes. Medbay functions. Medbay camera. Morgue camera. So there's the lady before, and there's a dead body. So we need to find a computer spike somewhere.
Emergency lockdown is in effect.
So I need a plasma torch. Of course, she comes to life. No problem. Catch you next time. Normally, I do stream about 3 hours earlier.
Find what you're looking for amongst the dead? Yes, I had hoped as much. I slept here too long and could not awaken. It may be I reached out unconsciously, and your mind must have been a willing one. Or perhaps you have been trained for such things. I am Kreia, and I am your rescuer, as you are mine. Tell me, do you recall what happened? Your ship was attacked. You were the only survivor. A result of your Jedi training, no doubt.
So if I remember right, we're no longer a Jedi.
Your stance, your walk tells me you are a Jedi. Your walk is heavy. You carry something that weighs you down. So it would seem. Keep your past and let us focus on the now. I do not know. I was removed from the events of the world as I slept. A survey of the surroundings may provide the answers we seek. The ship we arrived in, the Ebon Hawk, must still be in this place. We should recover it and leave. We were attacked once, and I fear our attackers will not give up the hunt so easily. Without transport, weapons, and information, they will find us easy prey indeed.
She's not wrong.
Even as I slept, I felt much unrest here. I saw strange visions, minds colored with fear. Now, everything here feels terribly silent. A last word of caution. I would find out as much as you can about this place quickly. I fear we will need to depart as suddenly as we arrived. You may wish to extend your search to some clothes, if only for proper first impressions. I do not know. Why did they spare you?
Didn't.
Indeed,
Got the same dose
the
and
Jedi
survived.
chance could protect one from such poisons. In fact, the sedatives may have been intended to keep you unconscious for some time. It would prove lethal to those untrained in such techniques, however. Most curious. And so do you. Perhaps we could discuss it at length later on. Now we have other concerns, among them finding our new enemy.
This is true. Alright.
I leave you to the explorations of this place. Here I will remain and attempt to center myself.
We got light side points. Heroic acts and charitable responses to others will elevate you further, bring you more in touch with the light side of the Force and its higher mysteries. Cruel or selfish actions will reverse this, causing you to fall to the dark side. Okay. Recent history. Medbay murders. Recover the Ebon Hawk. Got it. Alright, we now have a plasma torch.
Emergency lockdown overridden. Emergency lockdown is in effect. Turbolifts have been sealed to contain the
Vibro Cutter is a mining tool. Vibro Cutter doubles as an effective melee weapon. Melee weapons give an attacker a large bonus to attack against enemies using ranged weapons. Equip the Vibro Cutter in your other weapon slot, then switch between it and the plasma torch. It's like a short sword. Broken droid. Deflector Mark 1. Boy, he looked like he got torched. They all look like they got torched. Oh, I forget what all the attacks do. Hold on, I gotta go to my skills. Or was it feats? So, Crit Strike. When activated, this feat doubles the threat range of a melee attack. If a weapon needed a 20, it needs a 19 or a 20 instead. If the attack hits, the target is stunned for 6 seconds unless they make a Fortitude saving throw, which is equal to my level plus Strength modifier, which is 0. This reduces my defense by 5. Flurry. When activated, I suffer a -2 to defense while using this feat and for 3 seconds afterwards. But I get an extra melee attack. My attacks also get -4 for all rounds. All attacks. When activated, power attack increases melee damage by 3, but attacks are made with a -3 to hit. Additionally, the crit multiplier is increased by 1. If a crit would normally deal double damage, it deals triple. Finally, on a crit hit, the target is knocked back unless they make a fort save. So, power attack is probably our best option early on. Just because it doesn't provide me a negative to my defense, just to my attack. Mining laser. So, mining laser is a blaster, +2. 1 to 7. Okay. Plasma torch does fire damage. Cuts through sealed doors and containers. Okay, we need to get out of... There we go. Power blast. Yeah, +2, so I make the attack at -1, I think, then. Yeah, I make it at -1. Why can't I? Oh, is it this bug? I got this bug. Alright, we're gonna save. Why does it say modded? I shouldn't have any mods for this game. Hmm. Oh, apparently I have the restored content mod installed. The hell? I don't remember installing this. Cool. All right, well, I guess this is restored content. I didn't know that. Okay, so we have our map. For motion tracker.
This is the exit, but it is sealed. Strange. In my visions, it was open.
I need to find computer spikes still, too. Tunneler. Chemicals and an ion grenade.
Is this thing on? All right, all hands, especially you, Corder. Listen up, because I'm not gonna say this again. The next one of you Juma heads to try and smuggle a blaster, or so help me, any sort of military-grade frag weapons into my facility is gonna take a long walk out the airlock. Why? Because in case you forgot, Paragian fuel explodes at high temperatures. That's what blasted that chunk out of Paragus 2 and created this asteroid field. So if I catch any of you with anything other than sonic charges or mining lasers, I'll burn you and your contract. Security out.
Good to know.
And according to one of the miners, it was because one of the sonic charges went off prematurely. And like before, it was one set by a mining droid. The three idiots were grouped so close to the charge, it might as well have been a grenade going off. The blast turned their bones to dust. The blast wrecked the internal components of the droid that set the charge, though, so we can't even dissect it to see what happened. I don't like what's going on here. Ever since that Jedi showed up, things are getting worse. It's not just Corda and his miners, or the fights, but now the droids are acting crazy. If we don't find what's causing this, or who, this facility is going to be space dust by the time the next Helos freighter arrives. So, you're in maintenance. Then maybe you can tell me what's going on with these droids.
Sir, I don't know. It's like their behavior cores are undergoing binary decay, but I can't find the source. This shouldn't be happening.
Well, that's reassuring. It isn't happening. So the next time we nearly have a breach in the ventilation tunnels, I could just close my eyes and pretend it's my imagination. You better give me some answers. I want to know the damage these droids can do if they start mining us instead of asteroid rock.
Sir, these droids aren't combat models. Their mining lasers are weaker and less accurate than blasters. I doubt those droids could even hit one of us.
Are you blind? What about the miners in Medbay? It's sabotage, and it started right after the commander said we weren't going to sell the Jedi to the exchange. So I want you to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. That'll tell me who's trying to clear a path to get that Jedi off the facility and stop him. In the meantime, make sure the security's armed with all the ion and sonic charges you can find. If those droids start coming after me, I'm gonna need more than low-grade mining lasers to take them down. Clear?
Yes, sir. Maintenance control out.
Idiot.
Rude.
I installed an override switch to shut down any droids on this level, just in case someone locks me out of the administration console. As added insurance, I tied the override switch into the circuit to the holding cell door. It'll make sure it can only be opened if all droids in the level are shut down. I doubt Corda or any of his men have the skill to pull off something like this, but I'm not taking any chances while we're sitting in the middle of this asteroid minefield. Whoever's responsible won't be able to have the droids rescue him after I lock him up. Nothing will cut through that door. He'll be trapped.
And it's active.
I secured the stealth field generator inside one of the footlockers in the security storage room. If I have the specs right, the interface field should be effective against the droid's sensors. All I need to do is equip the belt, and some skill with stealth in order to use it. As long as I don't get too close to the droids, they shouldn't detect me. If any more droids start malfunctioning, the belt should buy me enough time to get to the override switch I set up in the communications blister console. I'd rather shut them down than destroy them. I want to find out how these droids are being sabotaged. Maybe even turn them against whoever's sabotaging them.
Alright. Remote camera controls, main office is where we are. Store it whole. That looks like a nasty room. Communication blister. Holding cells. There is someone in a holding cell. So maybe that's our saboteur. Emergency hatch to the mining tunnel. And I can't open the mining hatch. Okay. And we don't have any computer spikes. We do not. We now have a tunneler. Gonna save again.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond, yet it stems from nothing that lives. Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see, and instead reach out with your perceptions. Ah, you can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
And she looks blind. The passive precognition power. When this power is triggered, you should save your game. Okay. We still haven't found any clothes. So... maybe we missed clothes somewhere? Can I make it's the lab station. I don't think I can make clothes. Can I make just a med pack? So they need different skills and treat injury.
Yes? What? Ah, yeah. It may be that our proximity during our long slumber may have had unforeseen consequences. We seem to be able to speak without speaking. Perhaps this effect will pass with time. Then hope that we have little to say to each other, lest it prove